I had a good time with Immaculate. The jump scares got to me. I liked the vibe of the movie. I liked the aesthetic of the movie. I enjoyed the story. The one part where I feel like the movie was weak was with regards to Father Sal. I wish we got more about his mindset and his way of thinking, and also more detail about how his entire operation was working. Now, it was him and Mother Superior and the Cardinal, all the main authority figures that we saw were in on this plot to birth the descendant of Jesus. But how did this get started? How did Father Sal convince these old heads to merge the science with the religion, with the divine? I would have liked to know that. Also, was he using his own essence to fertilize the eggs? I would have liked to know those details. The movie explores the encroachment on the body autonomy of women via our main character, Cecilia, who is forced to carry a baby. She didn't consent to it. She doesn't want it. And she performs the ultimate rejection at the end of the movie when she bashes the baby's skull in with a giant rock. You go, girl. We have the obvious, men in power, men running the institution, religion, the convent, and all that stuff. The movie doesn't spotlight it, but we also have women who support these violent institutions or these violent systems. Mother Superior and the rest of her cohort absolutely support the violence being done on these young girls, the preying on the laws, the innocent, the questioning. So Mother Superior is not the architect, and the women are not the architect of the system. They didn't design it. They don't have the institutional power to make improvements in the system for better or for worse, but they enforce the system. They present I won't even say inviting, because nothing about the convent was inviting, which I also found interesting and I think added to the movie. Cecilia never has a moment where she is just like, I'm finally here. She never has a honeymoon moment. The landscape where the convent is located is nice, but inside, even when she gets to Italy, those customs officers or immigration officers are unfriendly. She looks uncomfortable at every point of the movie. But despite the odd looks that she's given from the other members, the hostility from Sister Isabel and from Mother Superior, she sticks it out. And I think that speaks to the fact that we are taught, or at least, I'm Baptist, I'm not Catholic, but so much of Christian religion tells you that to be faithful is to suffer. It's to be uncomfortable. And I think that played into her sticking it out for so long and falling victim to the ultimate betrayal by the church. The movie also gives us women who speak up being punished and women who try to escape. We have the opening where the little girl is escaping and she gets her ankle or her knee or her ankle broken and is buried alive. And then we have Gwen, who is a lost soul and is searching for meaning, but she spots the bullshit. I love the line, I know when a man is lying to me, damn your cloth. And for that, she gets her literal tongue cut out. Sister Isabel is interesting because she believes in this and is so brainwashed that she tries to Cecilia so that I guess they can try again with her. And she ends up throwing herself off of a building because I guess she'd rather be dead than not be, the new Virgin Mary. I will be a guest on the I've Been Meaning to Watch That podcast with Monica. The episode is going to come out next weekend, and we go into more detail, where this movie is concerned. And she pointed out to me that Sister Isabel's face was burned. I thought her face looked like that because she hit it when she fell to the ground. Was it apparent to you that her face was burned off? Because I made a point to Monica that it's interesting to me that she didn't get punished for trying to off Cecilia, but Gwen got punished for speaking up and speaking out. But she pointed out to me that she did get punished. They burned her face off. That wasn't apparent to me. The movie presents us with some dissonance where you have Father Sal using science to start gestating the descendant of Jesus. He's using assistive reproduction. He's a geneticist, but he's saying that this is divine. I just wanted to know how they reconcile the fact that, like, the Virgin Mary was a virgin and it was an immaculate conception. This was not, despite them making a big deal talking about some, have you ever laid with a man? Did you lay with a man recently? Oh my God, you didn't? Then this is a miracle. It wasn't a miracle. But it kind of was a miracle after all the failures. But it was science through repeated, like, testing and repeated trials. I was also struck while watching the movie by the fact that Father Sal and them, the people, are the ones assigning meaning to this object. So the nail has Jesus's DNA, but they decide that that means that they should use the DNA to force a pregnancy on a woman and force her to birth the descendant of Jesus, and that this descendant is then going to do this and this and that and that. They crafted the belief, they crafted the meaning. And it just brought to mind how humans are the architects of religion. We created it. We created it to assign meaning to our lives and to explain the things that happen to us and to give us hope. We decide who Jesus loves and who he doesn't, and that what happened to this person is because Jesus said, and what happened to us is because we're favored. Like, and I had that thought while watching these people use their free will to decide what these things mean while saying it's God's will. I give the movie a 3 out of 5. It's enjoyable. It's a nice ride. It kept me engaged the entire time. But like I said, I think there were some shortcomings with Father Sal. The one thing I'll say, despite, you know, everything and the topping and stuff, I found the biting off of the umbilical cord a little melodramatic. I don't know. I was like, but let me know what you thought of Immaculate.